What's up, YouTube? I'm back again. I would have been had this video done, but when I was replaying and editing the video, I found out there was no sound to the video. And this actually happened with one of my previous videos I recorded last week that I didn't get to upload because the damn thing, for whatever, I'm just having some technical issues, but I figured out the fix for now. So today, we actually have a topic. And we're gonna watch this video through my boy Average Man Unplugged. He don't know me from a can of paint, and I don't want no smoke. But we only gonna react to the early portion of it. There's some other parts of this video and based on the context of what's going on, but I'm just gonna get the meat and potatoes that I seen earlier that I'm like, yeah, this is wild. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this right now.
Some absolute filthy work.
A few moments later.
I did it. I finally told my husband the baby that we're pregnant with might not be his, and if you wanted to know his reaction, he's not here right now.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Who's advocating for the average man?
Wait a minute.
Let me skip past his introduction. Here we go.
Your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys that might be a little bit triggering, so I just want to give y'all one before we get into this. This woman admitted that to her husband that the child that they're currently pregnant with might not be his. And at first I thought it was just, you know, what it was, but it's a lot worse than I thought it was, you guys. So just bear with me, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
I did it. I finally told my husband the baby that we're pregnant with might not be his, and if you wanted to know his reaction, he's not here right now because of how bad it went.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
For those wondering, because I know you are, I did get his entire reaction and this whole experience on video recorded, but I don't know if I should post it due to how bad it went. I'm actually at a loss for words and still like a little bit shaky right now because of how bad the experience went. Like I did not expect it to go as bad as it did.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Do you know how dumb you sound? Do you know how dumb you look?
But at the same time, I told you that I would release this video and show you guys his reaction, so you know what? It's my life, it's my channel. I'm gonna post it anyway. It's not like he'll know anyway. He doesn't even have social media, so.
Why?
You know why. Know why.
Now, how many times have I told you these type of women want men that don't have social media because 9 times out of 10 they're doing some shit on social media that man would not approve of and would qualify her for. How many times have I told you guys that?
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
God, they keep proving me right, man. You really can't make this shit up. And then gonna sit over here and say it went bad. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and post it anyway. So, she actually did go through with it. Days later, ended up posting it. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Okay, this is We Listen and We Don't Judge. One, two.
We listen and we don't judge. A lot of times when we go out to eat, I order stuff that I know that the babies can't eat so then I don't have to feed them.
Okay. We listen and we don't judge. So you know how we're pregnant with baby number 3?
Yeah.
And you know how what I do for a living is...
Yeah.
So during the time that conception would have happened, there were actually 4 other people that might be the father of this child.
What do you mean might?
So like, you might not be the dad.
Wait, what do you mean? How?
Okay, so I have another confession. If we were gonna do the We Listen and We Don't Judge.
No, just tell me.
I mean, I kind of already had these people that I figured might be the dad take tests, and one of them came back that it had like
99.8
There's still a 0.2%
that it's not,
that it's not.
but there's a 99.8% that it is.
You knew that this was always like a risk. I thought you would have been more mad that I like tested everyone before telling you.
Well, who is it? Or who's the one who's 99.8? 0.98, sorry.
So remember the guy at our ward that also does spicy content?
Jimmy?
His wife said that it's not, and I think that it's not because she doesn't think it is either, but that's the one, for some reason, the test result came back as like 99.98.
And you thought this was a good idea to make a TikTok saying all this to me? Whatever, I don't have time for this. Do whatever you want, post whatever you want to post. You do you. You and your 99.898% maybe baby daddy, whatever.
Maybe baby daddy.
Why are you so mad?
That's crazy. So she smashed about 4 dudes recently, and outside of her husband, and out of those 4 dudes, excluding her husband, any one of them could be the baby father. And one of them so far got a 99.98 or 98.989, whatever he said, maybe baby daddy, potential chance. Shame on him for marrying a woman who explicitly told him that she smashed for change. Shame on him. So I agree with her. You knew the type of risk that you was gonna be put in messing with a woman like her based on the type of stuff that she does. I want to say that don't mean that it makes it right, but this ain't really a discussion about right or wrong. It's more so about what you non-verbally / verbally agreed to when you got in the relationship with this person. And I feel so as a dude, I have sympathy for his situation, because she's practically playing in this guy's face, and she's just being reckless because she feels enough sense of security in the marriage that she has with him. Now, I'm going to clarify something. There's a possibility that he gets to smash women too, but maybe he's just making sure that he ain't getting nobody pregnant, because then that causes issues in the marriage. And if that's the situation, then she's just being an irresponsible person regarding the agreement they have. But assuming that that's not the full agreement, that he get to smash women too, regardless if he's making money from it or not, then yeah, shame on him for getting in a situation like that with her. And shame on her for even, first of all, embarrassing your husband. I just think that's flat out disrespectful. This is a private, this should have just been a private conversation between them. It should have not ever touched the realms of the internet. I don't like, just because you said that you would post it for your peoples, you could also just say, hey, look, I thought about it, and I decided that out of respect for our relationship and my husband, where I already am going wrong at, I think it would be better that I just had this conversation with him in private and not post it online telling him what just went on. That's what you could have also said, but you wanted to, because she personally seemed like she wanted to post it, and she used the excuse of, oh, well, I already promised you guys that I'll post it, so I'm gonna just post it anyway. And he ain't got no social media, so see, this is, girls want to keep saying today, in today's age, that guys the problem, guys creating all these issues and creating these conflicts in marriages and stuff. But this is a conflict she created. No way did the dude contribute to that. Only part that I would say in a backwards, twisted way he contributed was agreeing to even marry her. He would not have been in any of these issues if he didn't marry her. Yeah, I just don't know what to think about this. I just think it's just messy. He should have not get married. If he was me, if I was him, I wouldn't have kids with her, and I wouldn't be on this video, because we would have never got married. It would have stopped at dating and sex. That's it. it would have never crossed the line of getting married to her. Nope. So he is bugging. Again, I'm going to give sympathy as man to man to his situation, because now he's in a weird predicament where if he files divorce, or even she does, outside of the kid or two that they probably already have, because it looked like they have a kid already. Who knows? Maybe that's not his either. But outside of the kids that I'm going to assume that they had together, some courts may decide that he going to have to take care of the kid that ain't his either. Just because of the fact that they was married, they may put him as being responsible by default. There's a probability. Actually, I think this is an odds scenario. Like, what are the odds? But there's a chance that he can be placed as responsible financially for not only his biological kids, but also the kid that isn't biologically his, due to the fact that they were and are married currently. So that's the part where I'm giving him sympathy, because now he kind of like in a really fucked up situation. And this is what, outside of just betrayal that men feel when women cheat on them, specifically for situations like this is what makes cheating, like women cheating in a marriage, even more devastating for men, because now we dealing with an issue where I'm going to be responsible potentially for kids that ain't mine, and I have in many cases I have no control over what the judge decides, and usually the judge decides in the favor of the women. So like, this is a risk, and this is not just for him. This is a risk any man takes that gets married. You can run the risk where one day your girl come from being the most faithful to you to now just decide she want to be a freak on a leash. The leash part being that she's still in a relationship, married to you. And she still decides to go cheat, sleeping with men unprotected, and outside of just sexually transmitted diseases, now you got to deal with the potential chance that if she gets pregnant and she has the child, you could potentially still be held responsible when you found out about the betrayal and you filed divorce. I've read stories of men put in those positions. It's so fucked up. And the laws got to change, man. The laws got to change. These girls need to be held accountable. This is what men be talking about when it's too much power on one side of the fence and it's not no balance. When you create this imbalance of power, the other party that don't have the power becomes the abused. Men are being abused financially, and they're being abused emotionally. Cause when oh my goodness, I just heard about the UK. The UK is now making it lawfully possible for a girlfriend to get some of the same benefits and power that an ex-wife could get. What the hell is wrong with UK's leadership? They gotta be Riri, if you know what I mean. Riri, not Rihanna, but Riri, mentally. You gonna sit here and tell me that's the decision y'all came up with? There's no way that the average man that runs the show over there agreed to this shit. There's no way. This had to have been a unanimous decision amongst women. And simps. Because I don't consider those guys men. Simps. So they've had to come together unanimously, and they probably had the majority vote. Because there's no fucking way that a bunch of grown ass real men would have sat there and said, yeah, great idea. Especially rich men or wealthy men. Fuck no. Fuck no. There's no way they would have agreed to passing a law like that. No way. See, and this is what I think is going to happen. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen in America, but what I think is going to happen is one or two things. Either other countries is going to follow suit at some point and say, okay, a lot of the benefits that and I'll say secondary benefits that the country may have been getting from men being gutted in family court, because there's gonna at some point be less and less men even remotely getting married, they may try to move the goalposts and do some stupid ass shit like the UK is doing. That would be one possibility. Start passing some dumbass laws like that. So basically another way to try to still get money out of men unfairly. The other potential thing is we don't do no dumbass shit like what the UK is doing. And maybe we have enough people making these decisions that unanimously say, hey, enough is enough. There's just way too much power going into the hands of women. They may not look at it that way, but they're going to say, hey, there's a common issue and it's creating this problem. It's making less marriages happen, less children production. But I'm going to just be frank with you. I don't think the average person that's going to be making these decisions have the common sense and wisdom to actually do that. I'm going to just put it like that. I think they're going to make a dumbass decision that may be adjacent to what UK is doing to their men. And over the years, if you pay attention, every time men adjust to the market and to what's happening to them to protect themselves again, the market shifts the power imbalance again to changing something else to put men back in a precarious position. So perfect example is at one point false accusations wasn't so fucking rampant. Then magically now, before Trump came into presidency, you had every other girl on the planet finding any way to claim something against a man, to get some type of money out of him. You had every other girl also just purposefully, secretly getting pregnant without the man's knowledge, even when the man used protectors. I remember women publicly posting videos where they would poke holes and tell women, poke holes in the condom packet so when he puts it on and he nuts, it's still gonna get in you. These are crimes. But they weren't treated that way. It was rampant. These were the type of shit that was going on. And now things kind of calmed down as far as I've seen. I haven't heard it as much, those types of things. But because now men have gotten to a point where it's like, we ain't even really trying to date you by and large no more. Nope. I mean, guys still dating women. But it's not as by and large as it was during that time when it was rampant. All those other issues was rampant. Guys was still trying to push through it. Now, men most men are like barely even dating, if that. You lucky if you even get a man to take you out for a fucking walk at this point. Even if a girl was to agree to just take a walk, you lucky if you get the guy out the house for that. So, watch. They either going to say, okay, we see men doing this. Let's now make a law where we force men to not to have to be charged more taxes. You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing because I don't want to give these assholes any stupid ass ideas. But I think for the guys who have some common sense and can read context clues, you probably understood where I was going with that. So yeah, that's all I had to say, man. I look, dudes, brothers, be careful. This is something that was 100% avoidable. So don't be this guy. Don't be that I think he Asian. Don't be that brother, that Asian brother did. Don't put yourself in this goofy ass position, bro. This girl has no respect for him. No respect. And regardless of his demeanor and the tonality, his voice, he can have women who respect him, but he has to first respect himself enough to not do no dumb ass shit. So now his whole life is just kind of upside down right now until he gets through this situation. So I'm hoping he don't get gutted if he does decide to file divorce. I hope that the best case scenario should be he only got to take care of the kids that he had with her. That's it. But if she has any factual evidence that proves that he knew what he was getting into when they got married, a judge could kind of be like, hey, well, you knew what you was getting into. They could try to carry that mindset. So hopefully she don't, and hopefully he can use this video she posted. Maybe somebody he knows will send it to him since he ain't got no social media. And he uses that to make sure he ain't got to worry about no damn kids that ain't his. So, hey, I ain't gonna say it is what it is, but rip Bozo for this one. But yeah, be mindful, y'all. Don't fall for these types of okie dokes. This is just way too obvious. She was honest with him, so that's just a way too obvious. Like, I don't even know if you would call that one an okie doke. All right, appreciate y'all watching. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna leave Average Man Unplugged's link to his video because there's more to this. That if y'all want to go see it, I'll leave his link in the video, in the description, so y'all can go see it. So appreciate y'all watching. See you.